Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Novawar, your master of ceremonies. And I am bringing you a 1v1 game, not necessarily sent in by the viewers, no. In fact, this is a game that features, one second. Let me channel my inner Maximus Black here. Wow, that was bad, my voice cracked. I apologize for that. Please, feel free to mute me for the rest of this cast. We are looking at TunaJunior down here in the bottom right-hand position. This is, of course, our good friend Hun, the Korean. Yes, he is Korean, which means, obviously, he was born with a keyboard and mouse in his hand, and the ability to play StarCraft using only his mind. He doesn't get to play StarCraft all that much. I'll preface a bit about what's all this is going on, because, you know, some of this match is a bit of sitting inside the base, so I'll get all this out of the way now. He doesn't get to play all that much. He's really busy studying for some stuff right now. He gets to play maybe once a week, a day a week or so, and in the last while he's gone, you know, months or you know, 2 months or so at a time without playing. And so he doesn't know builds necessarily all that much and anything, and he likes to learn everything on his own, so he's riding a lot on Brood War knowledge, and so far, you know what, it's actually done pretty well. I think he's a top 10 or top 8 diamond player currently right now. I believe the other day had a 10 win streak, I think, on the ladder, which is pretty solid indeed. This game actually comes from a game he played as of this recording yesterday, and he sent it to me and said, you know what, Adam, if you need to do some filler content, this is the game to do it with. So I said, you know what, I can do that for you. I can do that for you. And so here we are. Hun is or TunaJunior, or Hun, no matter, either way you want to call it. Very much a macro player as Terran in StarCraft 2. As Terran in StarCraft 1 and Brood War, he was kind of similar. He was very fond of that good old-fashioned Terran creep style of play. Lots of tanks, lots of Marines, and that's you'll definitely see that carry over here in this game as well. Up here, I don't even know if I didn't even mention this guy. Not that it's super important, but I'll mention him anyway, just to make him feel happy on the inside. His name is Toggle, the Blue Zerg, up here in the right-hand corner, and he's actually expanding. I believe he got his gas and speedlings first, so 14 pool expansion going on here, and that's, you know, that's pretty good. You know, we're close positions here with Terran, and if you don't know already, a lot of people do go for that pool and speedling, or the similar, to get the speedlings first, just because it's easier to defend your natural width. I could be wrong, but what fun would it be if I was right all the time? It wouldn't be very fun at all, would it? No. These Zerglings are actually coming down here. It looks like he might set up shop outside or just take over the middle, and at the same, well, yeah, one going to the middle. Very nice. Controlling these towers, actually, it's one of Hun's main things that he absolutely loves to do, and I agree with him as well, and I try to do a good job of it when I play, but I don't play very often. Controlling those towers can actually win you the game, and if it doesn't win you the game, it can make your life significantly easier, just for the simple fact that you can see when things are coming more often. You know more or less what they're up to more of the time. And it really can give you an edge in lower leagues, because a lot of people don't use it. Of course, using it doesn't mean anything if you're not checking your mini-map, and so you have to, you know, I'll preach to you always, every once in a while, just take your eyes off the main screen. Just be like, hey, what's going on, mini-map? How you doing? Good? Good? It's good to see you. And then look back at the screen and actually see what's going on right where you're looking. Something else I'm going to mention before we get too much further, because you're probably starting to notice it now, is that because I'm not at Jeff's using his new computer, I am at home using my old-ass computer. And as great as it is with quad-core and everything, it's aging. In computer years, much like dog years, you know, there's that factor of what it would be considered, and you know, relative to human years. And this computer is pushing 1,000. Maybe not so much, not like a Pentium 4 or something. It is a 775 motherboard and stuff, so it's old stuff, and it can't really hang with Fraps. If Fraps isn't running right now, 60 frames a second on extreme, except for Uber battles, and it's very interesting, and I'll say this while everything's going on, and so you can understand that, and I want to save my ego, is that my computer's never maxed out when recording this, neither is my graphics card or RAM, and yet this game will slow down in massive battles, which you will see probably later on, because this is such a macro-intensive game. I can see it already. There'll be some serious slowdown, and even without Fraps running, it gets down into like the 17 frames a second, even when nothing is even close to being maxed out on the computer. So I don't know what's causing it. I tried everything in the book to get you guys 30 frames rock solid, because I prefer frames over graphical. You know, how pretty it looks. I prefer smooth, so I even tried to bring it down to 720p to no avail. But enough of that. Holy Banshees, Batman. And when I say Banshees, of course, I mean Banshee 1. One Banshee on its way up here right now. And this could actually be a reasonable attack, but I think it's probably going to get thrown away here by the Queen pretty quickly, and it does. He can't do a whole lot with one Banshee. You definitely need to have a couple if you're going to do anything significant, especially if there's a Queen nearby. One Queen will do a pretty freaking good job of taking out a Banshee without much problems whatsoever. And now that that's down, I would suspect that, you know, within relatively short periods of time, we will see maybe a spore colony or whatever go down here for Toggle. And back in now with Cloak, waiting for Cloak to finish attacking a couple of units and probably gone back to macro. And down here, oh, he said, what, word up? I got 2 Banshees now. I'm splitting your attention, said the Korean. And Toggle said, oh yeah, okay. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to lay down this Evo chamber right next to where you're attacking. And it goes down. No big deal. We have an Overseer now, so they're going to be able to get rid of these Banshees eventually, but that Queen might go down. No, Hun, you couldn't take it out, the Queen. So close. And there are the Spore Crawlers. Why did I call them Spore Colonies? Am I thinking Brood War again? I have a bad habit of doing that. I still do that when Jeff and I cast together as well. Shouldn't be surprising to you guys at home at this point. Back at home, Mr. TunaJunior is going Holy Marauder Marine. As per usual, like I was saying, very accustomed to doing that. I don't see any engineering bays, and holy crap, you know what I just realized? You guys haven't seen production tabs. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm really not that sorry. But it's up now, and you can watch from here on out, and guess what? You're in luck, because I think this game is long as hell. So you haven't really missed out on a whole lot. And mules, oh, mules, dropping from the sky, left, right, and center. This is going to be a massive economic boost here for Tuna. And back at base, I think we're getting ready to possibly, yep, we're going to get ready to take this gold. So, good on Toggle. He's going to get that, that third. Given the opportunity, Zerg, just non-stop expand. Non-stop expansion. And I'm actually surprised Hun hasn't tried to move out and take his third yet as well. Because you kind of want to stay one up on these Zergs. I tell you what, you get into 3-4 base Zerg in the mid game. That's kind of scary. With Terran, and I agree with Hun when he says this. You know, Terrans are good with their windows, like their attacking windows, or timing attacks and stuff like that. At least from what I've noticed, and everybody can correct me if you want, but I'm just going to talk nonsense because I can. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh! 5 health and now he's dead. Yeah, so anyway, Terran is super strong if they attack at the right times. Their timing attacks are down. And they know what they're doing. If not, and they miss those windows, and Tuna, what are you doing, buddy? Hun, you're supply blocked and you don't have your SCVs pinged. Gotta get on that, son. If they miss them, Terran becomes very weak and squishy. Of course, there are obviously exceptions to just about any rule, but in general, that's how it works. And you know, with Zerg, when you move into the late game now, infestors are becoming so damn popular, and they're incredibly useful if you know how to use them. I mean, you can say that just about any unit, but I mean, personally, we're seeing so much Infestor play now, and Infestors are very versatile, especially against a Terran ground army. That you have to time them to get in to at least reduce the amount of Infestors that you're going to see on the field, if they even plan to use them, or you have to be able to get in and stop it entirely, or win the game before that comes out. It's kind of like against Protoss, a lot of Terrans that I've noticed try and they try to win the game, at least on the ladder, maybe not at pro level, at least in the ladder. A lot of Terrans are trying to win games before the Colossus comes out on the field. You see a lot of that 2-racks aggression and stuff like that, and maybe that's right, maybe that's wrong, I have no idea, I just see it, I'm an observer. I am a Protoss player after all. But yeah, Terran is a bit of a timing-based, or is a timing-based race as far as I'm concerned. And if you're not careful, you's gonna get your ass handed to you. And Hun is actually, with this macro style of play, he does tend to sometimes run into these issues with missing his attack windows. But in general, he also has an incredibly ridiculous ability to micro his way out of the worst situations ever. Or defend his way out of the worst situations ever. We might see that here, judging by how this game is going. And, of course, as always, we have to have 1 or 2 turtle matches every once in a while on Lifesaglitchtv. And I don't even have Jeff to help me with color commentary. I don't even have my one and only black friend on the planet. Okay, that's a lie, I have other black friends. But my good black friend to help me with color commentary. I can't even... because he's not here, I can't even make racist jokes. I can't. That ability is gone. And so here we sit talking about nothingness, much like we do in most of our casts. But look at the amount of Zerglings and Banelings we have building up here, and look at the production tab. We actually have Tuna building up a whole whack of stuff. Late combat shield, late concussive shells. And by late, I mean super late, but at least he's getting them now. We actually have some upgrades as well going on here for Toggle. He's got his speed and some ranged attack upgrades going as well. And he's taken the middle here, and he's going to send down a couple of changelings, it looks like. But I think Hun might have just seen that just off to the side. I'm not sure if he did. We're going to find out how fast these die if they did. And yes. Yes, he did. Sour about that changeling death. No dice. He did get a little bit of information, though. He got close enough to at least know what the army composition is roughly looking like. And surprise, surprise, there's a lot of Marines and a lot of Marauders. A couple of tanks in the back. This is very much Hun style of play. Of course, Toggle wouldn't necessarily know that, although it's very popular, obviously, on the ladder as Terran. And Zerglings and Banelings just chilling around. We're doing a lot of movement on both sides, but not a lot of action really happening. But what we are seeing actually is just finishing, or would have finished very recently, is Toggle's fourth expansion. And oh my goodness, look at this. There is action. Just when I say there is no action, here comes the Korean with a drop, and this could actually be pretty huge. All of Toggle's units are out in the middle of freaking nowhere. It's going to be a long hike back home in order to get there. Of course, he's on creep, so that will help him a bit, but it's not going to help him all that much, and this is probably going to be the first area where we're going to see a massive frames per second drop, and here we go. Will my computer explode while all this is happening? And oh, he picks them up. And of course, with no ground-to-air attacks, no mutas, and no queens in sight, they get out of there alive. And no! Oh no! He lost it! He lost a whole drop ship worth of units, and these units are going to get taken out as well. And not even... Oh, the queen is taken out the last second in an explosion! An explosion of blood and gore. I was not expecting that queen to die. I actually thought it was going to be one of those situations where it was like 2 health left, and here's a major push. Hun sensing possibly a little bit of weakness after seeing what kind of units he had, and Toggle coming off to the side here. He actually has a bigger concave on Hun, but those siege tanks are getting lots of damage done. They're not going to stand up very well here, and he is forced back. Hun in a bad position. He is getting concave hard on top. High ground, not doing him any justice right now, and Tuna is going to go down. All these units are going to have to... well, they're going to have to bite the bullet. Changeling's going down here, seeing what's happening, and he's going, oh, look. There is nothing down here. Let's go push with a bajillion roaches. And so he does. One bunker valiantly standing, and all these Marines are going to have to run back home. A couple being taken out on the way back. He's going to have to lift that up. Hun, you're going to lift that up. Tuna. Lift it up. Lift it. There you go. And all these SCVs are probably going to be taken out on the way over as well. Up here on the high ground, though, he does have, and he's in rough shape right now. I'm not going to lie to you. Look at all of these Zerglings building up outside of his base. Maybe some will turn into Banelings to roll in. Maybe he's just queuing up a bunch of units while his roaches take the most of the brunt of the damage right now. I'm not sure what Toggle is doing. Oh, here comes the Muta. I did fail to point out not long ago that the Spire was going up, and here is those Mutalisks, and now we got Mutaling going back to Brood War style, cleaning up. This is the garbage crew. That's why I kind of envision the Muta and the Zerglings at this point, after a major push, just sending Mutalisks and Zerglings to really clean up the remainder. But Hun, TunaJunior with some SCV pulling, pushed out with that meat shield, had a couple of Marines and Marauders left, and defended that. There is that ability. Granted, Toggle kind of headbutted a couple times unnecessarily with, or not, you know, with his roaches, but regardless, solid defense by TunaJunior. And he's going to send out a couple of Marines probably to take the middle. And he does not. Yes. No. Yet. I give up. I don't even think they know what they're doing. I think they're just running around. They're just stayed completely lost. Oh, we're going to go up and get a little bit of mineral harassment done in here. And here he goes, staying with these 3 Marines with Stim. No, don't chase the roach. There you go. There you go. Get that damage done. These 3 Marines could actually do a fair amount of damage, but no, they're focusing on the roaches, and that's a wasted attack. No. Oh, that could have been a solid little harass there. 3 Marines with Stim Pack can really shred drones pretty damn quick. Unfortunately, they went after the roach up there, and they go down pretty handily as well. Now, I was going to say something, but it's leaving me right now. But what I am noticing, 3-2 for the Zerg on upgrades, and Hun at his usual 1-1. Hun doesn't upgrade very often, but when he does, he uses double. And then they are, and back up here, we actually have a push here, and this is not a good decision by the Zerg. What was he thinking? I don't know if he even saw what Hun had. He just decided he was going to come down and poke his head around, and guess what? He poked his head into the wrong mother effing hole. All these tanks and all these Marauders just rip those roaches to shreds, and of course, 1,000,001 medvacs to make sure infinite health all times. No, never ending health. This one Marauder's loving his life right now. He is sitting in this medvac going, you know what? I am the luckiest son of a bitch on the planet. He's got a bird's eye view. He's just watching everybody die. He's going, well, you know, it's a good thing I'm up here. I don't like rape. And Hun pushes him back. He gets in there, you know. Hun again with epic ability to get out of these sticky situations. Although it's helping with all these medvacs, these units are just basically getting super healed at all times, and they're able to keep Stim going very, very frequently. And they're actually going to shred through most of this, if not all of it. And Toggle's in a lot of trouble right now. Hun is, I guess, misclicking these factories, and they're gonna come up for a ride. Sure, why not? Throw the factories at them. Who cares? Throw everything in the kitchen sink. He's a mother effing Korean. He can do whatever the hell he wants. It works. There's a science to everything. I'm sure even bringing up 2 random factories. In his mind somewhere, he said, yes, this is a great idea. This can only end well if I bring these factories up here. It's my good luck charm, and sure enough, he is up here tearing everything a strip with these group of Marines and Marauders. All of these units doing terrible damage. A 5-kill Marauder, not too shabby. 9-kill Marauder. 10-kill Marauder just going up the ladder. These Marauders and everything are just ripping through all of these buildings, and I believe Toggle is going to have to GG out of this pretty quick. He's not going to have anything to do. He's got 1,200 gas, not a lot of minerals. No way is he going to be able to build anything, and he leaves the game. And as Hun usually does, he sits around after, and he stays to kill some more stuff. I don't know why he does it, but he sticks around, and then he'll just, you know, let's just watch. And Hun throws up a super late GG. Oh my goodness. GG, because you know he saw that, right? No, this was on a live stream, so he was saying that just so that everybody understood that he was. The other guy left the game before Hun could even say GG, so good on Hun for even throwing in the late one in there just in case, and lo and behold, it gets casted. So GG to TunaJunior, otherwise known as LifeSaglitchtv's Token Korean. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this was decent. I haven't done solo casting in a long time. I did it like months and months ago. I'm a bit rusty. Hopefully it gets better with time, much like a fine wine. Speaking of alcohol, it is really sunny and warm outside, so I think I'm gonna go grab a beer and sit out on my deck, possibly swing the golf clubs a bit while this renders. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. This has been your Master of Ceremonies, Novawar, coming to you from the fine locale of Canuckville, Canada. Please be gentle. And as always, stay safe, have a good one, and I'll see you very soon. Peace out.